Karimboni primary school in this village, where we know people in the next village in Kolobani. There were about 178 people who have been marooned over the last 3 days. The government, through the district commissioner here, had been on the forefront working with their colleagues from the Red Cross to ensure that people are assisted. So when we got this message last night, we say we'll find a way to come today to evacuate this, especially the children that are behind us here that you've seen, who are over 100 children. So I'm quite happy that we've been able to come and make a difference in their lives this morning and this afternoon, to ensure that at least they are on a safer and a higher ground, and where they now can be assisted with shelter, with food, with health, and other assistance and psychosocial support. It's not rains that have rained in this area. This water that has flooded these villages are water coming from the Athi River that comes into Galana, then into Sabaki. And these are rains that have occurred in Gong Hills and Nairobi area, and this is why now these communities are flooded. So it's just a pity that now with this flooding, it means these communities that are basically farmers have lost everything, and it means now they will have missed on this planting season and will have to wait for the next planting season around October. So between now and October, they would need to be on food aid. So my plea and appeal is to people of the county, first of all, because now we have a county government. So my first appeal is to the people of the Kilifi County. If traders and business people will come out and support the government initiative of the county and that of the central government, but also more importantly also to the Red Cross, who have their staff and volunteers who have been here these last 3 days, using all means to evacuate people. In terms of rain around the country, this is the rainy season. We expected to get this kind of rains. It has been raining all over the country by and large. As we stand here today, apart from Kilifi County, which is the worst affected, I'm also aware that this morning that the Tana River that was also filled up, broke its banks in Garissa, and 3 villages are underwater in Garissa as we speak this afternoon. And I'm sure more and more villages will be, and especially along the Tana, the entire Tana River, from Bura to Hola to Garsen. This is where now the watch should be, because I'm sure these are the 2 main rivers in this country, the Tana River and the Athi River, and if they are all flooded, then it means communities living along these rivers have been affected. In West Kenya, all the areas of Nyando, Sondomiriu, and on the other side, Busia, Budalangi, coming from Nandi Hills, these areas are affected. Turkana also is affected with the local rains. So we had been warned by the meteorological department to expect above normal average rainfall in many parts of the country, and this has come to be true. So the bigger challenge, of course, is what do we do now? I mean, in evacuating people, in relocating people, but more importantly, for the farming communities that have lost their livelihood, they will need assistance for the next 3 to 6 months. The pastoralist communities that have lost their animals also would need assistance. So another vicious circle. But I think the saddest part for me is the loss of life, and we know now generally about 36 lives have been lost throughout the country. But also more so that the water that is going to the Indian Ocean or going into Lake Victoria that have been devastating communities, we've not been able to capture this water. So if there's any sad part of it, that would be the part that I hope and pray that with the new government, with the new commitment, water harvesting and water management would become something of a reality and not just a rhetoric and talk like we've seen in the past.
Today we've rescued 150 children using a chopper in a village called Kolobani. These were children who were trapped for the last 3 days, and 28 adults. We wanted to do the evacuation yesterday, but we could not because of the nature of the floods. And we also evacuated 28 yesterday. Those are 17 children and 11 adults. The 28 were able to evacuate them using our motorboats. And we have established a camp here at Sengirak, Kolobani, and where we will support them with shelter. And we've also working very close with the district commissioner, who is providing the displaced people with the water. It's a flow of River Sabaki, and it's affecting this community at the moment. There's no rain in this area, but this is as a result of the heavy downpour in Athi River.